Ensure GPS wins back SELANGAU seat. Tourism to flourish thanks to lower airfares. SFC introduces e-license. Those are the headlines for tonight. I'm Cheryl Chometro and this is TVS Nightline. Parti Pusaka Bumiputra Bersatu or PBB members in Kakus branch were today told to help win back the SELANGAU seat in a parliamentary election which can be called for any time this year. PBB Deputy President Dr. Ahmad Douglas UGGAH made the call when officiating the branch triennial delegates meeting today.
The rural Iban majority seat was won by Baribian from the PKR before ditching it to join a local opposition party, Parti Sarawak Bersatu. UGGAH said the people of SELANGAU are now left in the lurch as they need developments and progress the most because of the mistakes that were made. He further added that if GPS secured the seat, more development plans could be brought to the area. Meanwhile, on PBB, UGGAH reminded members that the future would soon be full of challenges. This would be more so with the advancements in technologies, especially internet connectivity. Also present at the meeting were Senator Datuk Dr. Nuing Jeluing and political secretaries to Sarawak Premier Dr. Richard Rapu and Petrus Igat Matius.
Autistic individuals living among the community still chose to live in the shadows and not make their problems heard. According to Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Dr. Sim Kui Hian said, the stigma and perception that the community has towards the group is the main factor to why autistic individuals face trouble in dealing with the outside world.
Indeed, in our community, I think that we are severely under-detected people with autistic, especially the milder form. And also on the more severe form, sometimes because of our cultural, and the people tend to be didn't realize the help available.
He said this after launching the Autism Art Gallery at the Kuching Autism Association KAA office on Saturday. The Kuching Autism Association launched the Autism Art Gallery today to display artworks produced by autistic students. The permanent gallery, opened at the KAA office, is intended to create more job opportunities in the art and creative industry for autistic individuals. All artworks displayed in the gallery was produced by autistic art students and is put up for sale, where the earnings will 100% go to the artists as an incentive and income to cover their daily needs. The art gallery, however, is still not open to the public due to the COVID-19 outbreak.
Following the drop in airfares to Sabah and Sarawak, the Tourism, Arts and Culture Ministry MOTAC is anticipating an increase in the volume of visitors into both states for the upcoming Hari Raya Aidilfitri season. Its Minister Dr. Sri Nancy Shukri said that the reduction in airfares will also aid the state in its target to achieve 1.2 million tourists to Sarawak this year.
Dari segi tren dia, kalau kita lihat bulan puasa ni memang kurang orang masuk melancong sebab bulan puasa. Tetapi towards the end of puasa sebab orang nak beraya, that's why kita akan nampak yang akan datang lebih ramai.
As such, Nancy reiterated that the drop in airfares should placate Sarawakians and Sabahan who were deeply dissatisfied with the issue.
Rakan-rakan kita yang lain perlu faham kenapa Sarawak dan Sabah bising. Kerana kita tidak dapat naik jalan, we cannot go by road. Orang lain boleh gunakan road kalau di Semenanjung, kalau dia nak pergi ke Johor.
She said this at a media conference after attending a get-together event with Sarawak MOTAC staff at the Malaysian Handicrafts Development Corporation.
In other matters, a total of 60 ASNAF groups received contributions in the form of essential goods such as rice, sugar, coffee and eggs from the community leaders and village heads. According to the Putrajaya community leader, Pemanca Rosli Sahari, the contribution is intended to reduce the burden of those in need in addition to sharing the blessings of Ramadan.
Kita serahkan untuk 6 orang yang sebenar diagihkan ialah 60 orang. Di zon, tiap-tiap zon N6 Tupung kita agihkan 20 makanan. N7 Samariang kita agihkan 20 makanan. Dan di sini N8 kita agihkan 20 makanan. Untuk memasrahkan pihak kami, persatuan, gabungan dengan rakyat yang dipegang, yang tanggungjawab kami dengan rakyat kampung.
He said so at the contribution program to ASNAF groups organized by KMKKP 194 Putrajaya at Dato' Amor Haja Welfare Center.
To realize the vision of Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng, in strengthening the digital economy in the state, Sarawak Forestry Corporation SFC has introduced the e-license method.
SFC Chief Executive Officer Zulkifli Muhammad Aton said the license application is only issued at Kuching headquarters at present.
Kami telah start menawarkan kita ada e-licensing, boleh dilihat di dalam Facebook, SFC Facebook, dan pada 1 bulan Mei ni siapa-siapa yang berminat untuk apply license di Sarawak boleh menggunakan e-licensing, ya. So it will go straight to our corporate office license division, right? Dan lepas tu dia pembayarannya adalah bila dah di approve adalah senang. Pembayarannya adalah di pihak Treasury Kerajaan Sarawak, ya. So itu adalah untuk memudahkan yang betul-betul untuk berbisnes lah, ya. So kita pun menyambut seruan YAB Premier bahawa kita perlu menggunakan digital.
Additionally, he said SFC remains committed in advocating for cashless payment through SPay Global, which was formerly known as Sarawak Pay. Therefore, people who want to apply for a license from SFC online can visit SFC's official website for more information.
In another development, Zulkifli said to ensure that no adverse effects occur on a general environment or Swiftlet Birch industry, operators operating in urban areas are urged to move or find a new location. He added that the industry must adhere to every procedures that have been set to meet the current market standards.
Kami pun telah berusaha untuk memudahkan cara untuk mendapatkan pelaksanaan. Tapi pihak SFC hanya mengeluarkan lesen selepas direkomend oleh jabatan-jabatan dan agensi tertentu seperti Jabatan Tanah dan Survey, pihak Majlis Daerah, ya, dan juga NRED dan juga contoh Jabatan Kesihatan. Ya. Dari situlah kita akan rekomend kepada pihak atasan SPA, State Planning Authority, yang bahawa lesen boleh dikeluarkan untuk mereka ni. Ya. Dan di sini saya ingin menegaskan bahawa banyak juga terdapat rumah-rumah burung yang ada di kawasan bandar, right? Dan mereka diperlukan untuk keluar, dapat mencari tempat lain. Karena kalau di bandar, kekotoran boleh berlaku, boleh bisin juga dengan muzik-muzik burung. Ya. So kita mengatakan, why don't you move out voluntarily or see some other places.
He said so in the SFC dialogue session with the Swiftlet Nest Traders Association, Muka section at Fuchau Muka Association Hall on Friday. During the dialogue session, It was also revealed that in the beginning of 2015 in UGGAH, the population of Swiftlet started to decrease due to various factors, namely limited food resources, the number of birds' nest houses, and the threat of diseases.
Coming up right after the break, Twitter bars ads contrary to scientific consensus, and China sets world record for closing speed among two trains. Right here on TVS Nightline, and stay tuned.
Anda nak tahu apa yang terjadi dalam sejahtera Asia musim yang terbaru?
Lebih rancak, lebih meriah.
Lebih menarik, lebih informatif.
Lebih banyak program baharu dan menarik.
Nak belajar? Nak tahu tempat menarik? Nak apa lagi?
Saya di sini lagi rancak berjalan. Saksikan Sejahtera Asia musim yang baru bersiaran setiap hari jam 7.30 pagi.
Apalah benar apa produk-produk kami untuk sini ni dapat jauh. Ialah kata orang di kawasan sekeliling kita. Tapi hakikat hati kami memang teruskan apa yang kami lakukan.
Saksikan hasil-hasil setiap Sabtu dan Ahad 12.15 tengah hari hanya di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan My Freeview.
Episod yang akan datang dalam Hilang Kasih di Sarajevo.
Kamu sembarang semua. Kita balik Singapura hari ni.
Sorry, my daughter. I should have told you earlier. I'm sorry.
Saudaj, pa treba naći ko će biti prvi svjedok.
Sve je ovo do tata. Ti si mi svjedok.
Zack lah.
Kau kenal dia?
Mestilah aku kenal dia. Dia yang kebas duit aku. Kata nak labur. Sekarang aku yang berterabur.
The contract that pays you $20,000 in cash plus the use of my equipment.
$20,000?
Jangan ketinggalan untuk menonton Hilang Kasih di Sarajevo setiap Sabtu dan Ahad 3 petang di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan My Freeview.
Welcome back to the Nightline. The lack of road access remains one of the main challenges for the mountainous area in Baram. Baram Member of Parliament Ani Ngau said residents in Baram had to rely solely on water transportation and logged roads to commute from one destination to another.
Bersyukur sebab ada jalan balak sekarang ini. Masa kemarau berdebu, masa hujan licin, becak. Jadi inilah cabaran utama bagi saya. Untuk kita pergi ke kampung-kampung ini, dia memang bukan saja bahaya, malahan dia mengambil masa yang begitu lama. Macam kalau saya nak pergi ke kawasan Mulu dan Telang Usan terutama. Kawasan Dun Mulu dan kawasan Dun Telang Usan. Untuk kita pergi ke kampung tu atau rumah panjang tu, 1 hari suntuk pergi.
However, he added that the challenges are not an obstacle for him to meet with the residents from every village.
Kadang kalau saya pergi kat Ulu, misal saya mau pergi Bario, saya boleh terbang sebenarnya. Dan dia ambil 1 jam sampai dah Bario. Tapi apabila kita pergi ke Bario, kita hanya pergi ke kawasan Bario dah. Jadi kadang saya ambil pilihan, saya buat keputusan kita akan pergi melalui jalan. Sebab kita pergi melalui jalan, kita dapat jumpa dengan kampung-kampung mau panjang yang ada di ini, jalan balak ini. Jadi memang dia menjadi satu tanggungjawablah untuk kita pergi ke kawasan-kawasan.
In another development, Baram, with its unique culture and nature, has the potential to be developed as a renowned tourist attraction in Malaysia.
We have Mulu, okay? We have Bario. I think now, as far as we are concerned, we think that Mulu and Bario, ini jadi kita punya potensi, the center of attraction for tourists as of today. I think the most popular lah in Baram lah and Mulu. I think and Bario also, they are also known internationally, Mulu and Bario also because of ada products line tu, because orang kata maybe dia orang punya weather tu. We have all the products ini. We have the product. We have the nature, the caves, we have the river, we have the culture, okay? Tapi ialah it is a potensi. It's a big, I think, a big kind of tourism is one of our mainstay ini.
He added that in order to develop the tourism sector in Baram, the government needs to build a good transportation system for the accessibility of tourists coming to the area.
The newly launched Social Entrepreneurship Action Framework 2030, or SEME 2030, provides a new national direction for the development of social entrepreneurship in Malaysia. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said it gives focus on the development of an effective regulatory and governance framework to ensure social enterprises operate with responsibility and accountability, apart from building confidence in the people and the private sector.
SEME 2030 menggariskan 5 objektif yang sejajar dengan aspirasi, strategi dan inisiatif yang ditetapkan di bawah Wawasan Kemakmuran Bersama 2030 dan Dasar Keusahawanan Nasional 2030 dan RMK ke-12. Bagi memastikan pencapaian objektif dan sasaran dasarnya, SEME 30 telah membangunkan 5 teras strategik, 20 strategi dan 45 inisiatif. Tumpuan rangka tindakan termasuklah membangunkan kerangka kawal selia dan tadbir urus yang efektif untuk memastikan perusahaan sosial di Malaysia mempunyai tanggungjawab dan accountability selain membina kepercayaan rakyat dan sektor swasta.
In addition, the framework developed by the Ministry of Entrepreneur Development and Cooperative is also a basis for developing a comprehensive and conducive ecosystem in supporting the growth of social entrepreneurship in Malaysia. He said this when launching SEME 2030 today. Also present was Entrepreneur Development and Cooperative Minister Tan Sri Noh Omar.
Private companies that participate in the efforts to strengthen social enterprises under the SEME 2030 framework will be granted income tax exemption for a period of 3 years. Entrepreneur Development and Cooperative Minister Tan Sri Noh Omar said the exception is among the benefits offered by the government to encourage private party to provide social assistance to those in need.
Adding to that, he said that although the government has provided various assistance to those in need over the years, however, support from private party is still needed to ensure continuous protection. Noh added that to get an exemption, the company must first be assessed. He explained that the ministry has not set any criteria for participation as long as the objective of the company is to give a positive impact to the target groups such as the B40 groups, single mothers, the indigenous communities, ex-convict and drug addicts. Through SEME 2030, the government also hopes to increase the revenue of the national social enterprises to 2.6 billion ringgit in 2030.
Social media giant Twitter announced on Saturday to scale up its efforts in addressing the global climate crisis by barring the advertisements that run counter to the scientific consensus on climate change.
Twitter recalled that it has already taken steps to spur public conversation and information sharing on climate issues by creating a dedicated topic for Twitter search. Yet, to comment on Earth Day and facilitate debate around the 26th United Nations Climate Change Conference, Twitter also launched hubs of credible information on key environmental subjects, including the science backing climate change. Earlier in the year, in addition to its previous commitment to achieve 100% carbon-neutral power sourcing in its US and Canada data centers by the end of 2022, Twitter joined the European Union EU Climate Pact, obliging it to switch to renewable electricity in all its facilities to achieve 100% carbon-neutral energy by 2025 and to scale up investment in carbon removal technologies.
Apalah benar apa produk-produk kami untuk sini ni dapat jauh. Ialah kata orang di kawasan sekeliling kita. Tapi hakikat hati kami memang teruskan apa yang kami pala.
Tidak cemburu. Saksikan hasil-hasil setiap Sabtu dan Ahad 12.15 tengah hari hanya di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan My Freeview.
Hai, siapa kata makeup artist boleh jadi host? Kira tu kami dah bagilah host. Jadi kepada anda mesti nak tahu rancangan apakah? Jadi kami nak tunjuk yang kita orang rancangan apa yang kami jadi host. Kepada anda di rumah, kami Odin Syam dalam rancangan yang terbaru di TVS. Kedai kita hashtag kami jual, kita beli. Love.
Thank you for staying with me. And now on to our world affairs. China has set a new world record of the closing speed among two trains in a test run conducted in central China's Henan province on Thursday, April 21, featuring a rendezvous of the two trains on two separate tracks on an open line at a combined relative speed of 870 km/h.
The two test trains passed each other on the open railway line section in Xunxian County of Henan at 12:53 on Thursday, when each of the trains was running at an absolute speed of 435 km/h. And according to the speed recorder equipped on the train, and the passing time lasted only 0.86 seconds. It broke the world record previously set also by China on April 12, when a pair of trains running through Zhengzhou city of Henan and southwest China's Chongqing municipality passed each other in a tunnel at a closing speed of 806 km/h, with each of the trains running at an absolute speed of 403 km/h.
试验列车采用我国自主研发的9项新技术，整体性能达到世界领先水平，填补了国内多项技术空白。
Such rendezvous test is necessary to study the change pattern of air pressure when trains pass each other at a high speed, as well as the impact of the high-speed rendezvous on the safety and stability of trains, in order to obtain theoretical basis for future development of higher-speed railway trains. Fusing is the latest model of a series of electric multiple-unit high-speed trains operated by China Railway Corporation and developed by China publicly traded rolling stone manufacturer CRRC, which owns the independent intellectual property rights. Fusing, which literally means rejuvenation, boasts a top speed of at least 435 kilometers per hour and a consistent speed of 350 kilometers per hour.
The key holder to Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre arrived on Saturday, April 23, to unlock the doors to the sacred site ahead of the ceremony of the Holy Fire.
The Holy Fire ceremony symbolizing Jesus' resurrection is one of the most colorful spectacles of the Easter season, usually attended by many Orthodox Christian pilgrims. The Holy Fire ceremony typically draws tens of thousands of worshippers to an imposing grey edifice in the Holy Sepulchre that is believed to contain the tomb where Jesus lay 2,000 years ago. The Greek Orthodox and Armenian Orthodox churches share custody of the building with Roman Catholics who celebrated Easter last month.
And a herd of cows get their first chance to roam the green fields of a dairy farm in southern Sweden on April 23, following a long, dark winter cooped up inside. Dozens of visitors gathered on the farm to witness the annual cow release, a marker of the start of spring in a northern European nation.
Despite some initial trepidation when the barn doors opened just after 10:30 a.m. local time, the cattle soon charged into the open fields, running and hopping around as they stretched their legs for the first time in several months. The cows will now spend the spring and summer months roaming the fields until they return to the barn in September or October. Due to Sweden's northern position, daylight levels vary considerably over the course of a year. In January, daylight only lasts for a few hours, while in the country's north, there is round-the-clock darkness.
And that feature concludes TVS Nightline for tonight. For recurring updates, do follow us on our TVS official Facebook page and also on our headlining stories on our website at TVSTVMY. Here with me, Shosha Merto, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.